Hi everyone and welcome to my lab. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of carbon. Now, carbon might not sound like the most exciting element, but trust me on this one, it's the fourth most abundant element in the universe and the 15th most common in the Earth's crust. This simple element plays an important role in our everyday lives, and you might be surprised by just how many uses it has. Here we will briefly discuss the 5 uses of carbon in everyday life. Number 1, how carbon is used in organic chemistry. Carbon is the backbone of organic chemistry, which is basically the chemistry of life. It forms long chains, like beads on a string, creating everything from the proteins in our bodies to the fuels we use for energy. But here's the thing about carbon, it's a real team player. It can bond with a whole bunch of other elements to make even more amazing stuff. We're talking plastics, medicines, food additives, you name it. It's like the Swiss Army knife of the periodic table. But wait, there's more. Carbon has these things called allotropes. Basically, it's like carbon wearing different hats. You've got diamond, the bling of the carbon world, graphite, the stuff in your pencils, and fullerenes. These tiny carbon cages that are super useful in nanotechnology. And you know I love nanotechnology. Number 2, activated carbon. Imagine this. You take regular old carbon and treat it with oxygen. Sounds boring, right? Wrong. This creates a supermaterial with millions of tiny pores. Think of it like a sponge, but on a microscopic level. These pores are like tiny traps, grabbing onto impurities and pollutants. That's why activated carbon is used in everything from water filters to air purifiers. It's like a tiny army of cleaners, working tirelessly to keep our world a little bit cleaner. And guess what? You can even find activated charcoal in some health drinks. Now, I'm not saying it's a miracle cure, but it can help remove toxins from your body. Science! Number 3, carbon black. Now, let's talk about carbon black. This fine powder is like the chameleon of the carbon world, adding color and functionality to a surprising range of products. Ever wondered what gives your mascara that rich, dark pigment? You guessed it, carbon black, but it's not just about looks. Carbon black is also a key ingredient in printer ink, paints, and even some plastics. It helps improve UV stability, making things last longer, and it can even make materials conductive, which is super important in electronics. It's amazing how something so small can have such a big impact. Number 4, graphite. Now let's talk about graphite, the unsung hero of the carbon family. We all know it from our pencils, but graphite is so much more than just a writing tool. This amazing material is made up of layers of carbon atoms, stacked like sheets of paper. And just like you can slide those sheets around, the layers in graphite can slide past each other, making it super slippery. That's why graphite is used as a lubricant in machines, reducing friction and wear and tear. But hold on, it gets even cooler. Graphite is also an excellent conductor of electricity, which is why you'll find it in batteries, electrodes, and even in the cores of nuclear reactors. Talk about a high-pressure job. And lastly, number 5, nuclear reactors slowing down to speed things up. Now let's talk about how graphite is used in nuclear reactors. I know it sounds a bit intimidating, but stick with me. Inside a nuclear reactor, you've got these tiny particles called neutrons zipping around. To keep the nuclear reaction going, you need to slow those neutrons down, and that's where graphite comes in. Graphite acts like a neutron moderator, absorbing some of their energy and slowing them down just enough to keep the chain reaction going. It's like a cosmic game of billiards, with graphite acting as the bumpers. Outro carbon, the element of endless possibilities. So, there you have it, folks. From the proteins in our bodies to the energy that powers our world, carbon is an essential element that touches every aspect of our lives. And the best part? We're still discovering new and amazing uses for this versatile element. These are just 5 of some of the many uses of carbon in everyday life. Many industries rely on carbon compounds to produce their products. At Noah Chemicals, we have the carbon products you need for your business. To learn more about our chemical offerings and to schedule a consultation with our chemical services team for a custom formulation, please visit our website.